Peace, God.
Hey, Dad. He's so good.
Hey, man, I got you a new book.
A new book?
Check it out. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. I'll be back. Man, this Bitcoin, this Ethereum ain't doing nothing for me right now, man. Gotta find some new investments.
Peace, God. What you doing?
Peace, God. Good.
I think this book is kind of inappropriate.
Inappropriate? What's up with it?
It's inappropriate because look at these.
LGBT. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that, God.
I accept your apology.
Man, it's a shame, man. Can't even find no decent books for you nowadays without having to have these difficult conversations.
I have an idea. Maybe we should make a series of our own book.
A book series? That is a good idea.
7 volumes.
7, I get it. 7 volumes. What should we call it?
7 the Super Hey Rude.
Perfect. 7 the Super Hey Rude.
And then maybe we could even make some bundles of it once we get to volume 3.
Oh, see, now you're thinking like a businessman. I like that idea, man. A foundational Black American children's series.
Perfect.
Visit www.godcastbooks.com and pre-order your book today.
Peace. This is the Black Dot, father, author, writer, poet, MC, one half of the dynamic duo, the #1 father and son podcast. Peace. This is the Black Dot, father, author, writer, poet, MC, one half of the dynamic duo, the #1 father and son podcast, Urban X TV. I am super excited about the new release, The Master's Table by Sincere Love the God and RP Beats. This album is going to be crazy. It's the follow-up to The Spear and the Shield. Already know what time it is. It's got some dope pieces on it. You're going to love it. Also on the album is yours truly, The Black Dot. So you want to go to the Masters RSVP and secure your copy now. They got a bundle package. You get a backdrop, you get a poster, you get the digital download, you get the physical copy, you get a hoodie. The whole process is really crazy. So RSVP to Masters RSVP, and you can get that dope album, I Sincere Love the God and RP Beats, The Master's Table. You will never be disappointed at how dope this project is going to be. Peace.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.
All right. Peace. What's going on? Oh, man, what's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God, Sincere Love, and I'm in the building with my lovely co-host, Nicety Girl. What's going on?
What's good, y'all? Happy Sunday.
So we got a new member. Shout out to J. Joe.
Hey, J. Joe. Welcome to the Godcast.
4040. Appreciate that. As y'all coming in the room, y'all like y'all always do, man. Hit that like button, please. Share this out on your social media platforms. Let everybody know that Sincere Love the Godcast is live right now, and we about to be chopping it up about the righteous versus the ratchets on this Sunday's episode.
Can't we be both?
I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you're not subscribed to our channel, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time here or you're watching us on another platform, Twitter or Facebook, please head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. We've been like consistent, being on time and everything lately, right?
You know, what's going on? Is it the summer? Is it the sun? What's going on?
Right. I think just leading up to the launch of the book, there was most of the focus was on that whole rollout. And for those of you who haven't already, please go to godcastbooks.com and order our children's book, Seven's Big Move. That's available right now. Y'all can go check that out. But yeah, I think everything that was leading up to that was really just taking most of our attention. So the schedule was all over the place for a minute.
It was. It was. We were busy though, traveling. FBA Expo in Dallas, getting ready. For that. Our adrenaline, our nerves. Because we wanted all that to be a success, and it was. So thank you. To the family for making our first book. The launch of Seven the Super Hero, Seven Big Move. A successful launch. Thank you guys.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, we here today with another great episode for y'all. What's going on? Some chick named Star.
Hey, cousin.
Yes, indeed. And so we got a lot of other stuff to talk about too. But we didn't really get a chance to touch on. Y'all know we got the Sunday show, so a lot of stuff be going on throughout the week that we don't get a chance to touch on. At least not with y'all.
Right.
That's why it's important to follow us on all social media platforms because, of course, we're adding our 2 cents and chiming in throughout the week, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, or what about the new Threads app? How you feel about the new Threads app?
So I'm still getting a feel of it. I feel like it looks weird on my phone.
You think so?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think it looks a little bit better, like the videos and stuff on my phone.
Well, I haven't seen a video though.
Yeah, I started posting videos. I was like, videos look pretty good on Threads. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I made like maybe 3 posts or whatever, but they're more. I'm still trying to feel it. I need to get on there more.
What I will give them credit for, and so far I like the app. I like the app. It's a cool app. And the thing that they did right, that made it cool for me, is they made it so seamless. You know what I mean? It was like he was already on the platform. They just integrated it so well. So all you had to do was click right here. Now you got the Threads app. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no whole bunch of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so I think the way that they made it seamless and it's kind of integrated. If you go to somebody's profile on Threads, you could just click the Instagram icon and you can see their Instagram page right from there. Whether it's somebody.
I didn't see that. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention to that button. Okay, so yeah.
And I seen on some people's when you share, you could just click the share button on Threads and share your post on Instagram. I could do it to my story, but it doesn't show the icon to post it to my feed. But I saw people posting screenshots on their phone where you could just one click and whatever you post on Threads, you can post it to your Instagram feed.
Okay.
So again, just making it seamless to where, all right, now you have another platform to showcase whatever it is that you got going on, and it don't feel like another task. You can still keep doing what you've been doing, and now it's just another platform that is added to it.
So is this the new Twitter?
It's pretty much laid out kind of like Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely Twitter's offspring, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Elon Musk might be planning, or him and Zuckerberg are kind of going at it about this. I seen a post about it. I'm not sure. I didn't read a story or look into it, but I seen somebody post that them two are going at it about this. But that could be some internet shit.
Right.
But let me look it up though. Let me see if Elon Musk is mad at Zuckerberg for the Threads app. Is that true? Let me see. Zuck trolls on Threads with one-word responses. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But yeah, I seen a lot of people were saying, what is this inmate serial number they got on my Facebook profile? Once you join the Threads, they put like a number underneath your name on Instagram, but it's just a link so people could click it and go straight to your Threads profile.
Got it.
And it says it's only temporary. You know what I'm saying? It's just a temporary thing. I guess while they're getting everybody acclimated to the new platform, they're trying to make it as easy as possible. You know what I'm saying? What else did I see people saying? There was a couple of doomsday stuff people was putting out there about the Threads app. Oh, people were saying that if you deactivate
Oh
Your
yeah,
Threads, if you deactivate your Threads account, you automatically deactivate your
your
Instagram
Instagram.
account. But you have to go to your settings. You can put your settings so that you can deactivate both, or you could switch the settings so that it's not the
It's
case.
just the one.
You know what I'm saying? So
So
I
it was
don't know.
fake news.
I think it's kind
So
of
it was
cool.
fake news.
I think the app is kind of cool. But what y'all think? Have y'all been messing around with Threads yet? Let us know in the chat how y'all feel about the new Threads app. Or if you're watching this on the replay, leave it in the comments section. Let us know how y'all feel about the new Threads app. And by the way, follow me on Threads. Follow me and Nicely Girl on Threads.
Right.
At Sincere Love to God, at Nicely Girl with the number one.
You know what? I think it's without the one.
Without the one on Threads.
Without the one.
Well, she should pop up if you type in my name anyway.
Yeah.
She should still pop up. So make sure y'all follow us on Threads. What's going on, Wendy Julian? How
Hi,
are
Wendy
you?
Julian.
How are you, beloved? Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, so what are we talking about today?
Well, I want to first start before we get into all the news. I want to start off with some good news and give a Godcast applause to our sister Shakari Richardson for her
Right,
big win, our FBA sister.
right,
So I just
right,
wanted to
right,
start
right.
the show off with that
I
because
should
I
have had
just
my
feel like
sound effects ready for that.
right.
On
I
point.
feel like white media only likes to highlight her when she's doing something that they don't agree with, perhaps, but when she's winning and out here kicking the ass, you rarely hear and see anything about it. So I wanted to give her a Godcast applause. Shout
Yeah,
out to
for
our
sure,
FBA
for
sister.
sure. And let me see because I think I got some footage. I like the little post race interview that she did. Uh, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Where we at? Where we at?
Is that the one in the materials right above the Britney
Yeah, I got
Spears
it.
thing? Okay.
I got it. It's over here on Twitter. Well, let me let it load up real quick so I can share this with y'all. But yeah, I like that. Hold on. Because y'all saw the race where she threw her wig off and all of that, right?
I saw that this morning, actually. I was
Yeah.
like, she's letting them know
Right.
she's snatching wigs today.
Right before they took off, she was like, "Let me take this wig off," and she already had the braids done
Right.
underneath it, so that was planned and coordinated, which is dope because, like you said, the media, what I'm saying, they don't really want to give her no positive headlines like that. So little stuff like that, that's her creating her own headlines. You know what I'm saying? It makes it so you have to talk about it. But this was her after the race right here, talking to this dude. And I got to pull up the last time he interviewed her because I didn't know what she was referencing.
Many won't forget you threw the wig off and then you threw down on the track. What did it mean to cross the line, be a national champion, and now you're going to your first global outdoor championship?
Well, I've been a champion, that's for one. But the thing I remember the most is the last time, I think I stood here on this stadium with you, and I did an interview when I knew I wasn't ready to do it. But now I stand here with you again, and I'm ready, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I'm here to stay. I'm not back, I'm better.
Mic drop.
That's right,
Many
sis.
won't
I'm not
forget
back, I'm
you
better.
threw the wig off.
Mic drop. And fair use, by the way, that's from what was that? CBS, NBC, one of them. Fair use.
Fair use. Reporting the news.
My thing is like lagging over here a little bit. What's going on? But yeah, shout out to Shakari Richardson doing her thing. Back and I'm better.
And back and
with
I'm
the star
better.
braid.
Right.
With the star braid. I ain't know how to feel about the star braid, to be honest. I didn't know how to feel about that, but I was like, okay.
Well, you know what? I just think that people are kind of over the heart on the side.
Oh, I see why. I'm slow. I realize who's saying this. Some chick named Star, of course. My bad. But yeah, that was a good positive story to start it off with. So are we going straight into the darkness? Where we going now?
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, it's with, sadness, right, that we report that Matula Shakur, Black
Yes.
Liberation Movement elder and stepfather to Tupac Shakur, dies at 72. As we know, he was a political prisoner for umpteen years. They finally let him out just a few months ago, and he had terminal cancer by the time they did let him, out. So, it was only a matter of time at this point, that he transitioned. Hence why they let him out in the first place. So I just want to send an RIP, condolences to the family.
Indeed. Definitely. Rest in power to our brother Matula Shakur. Man, it's just messed up. They held him to the last minute.
To the last minute.
They held him to the last minute. He didn't get to see much, sunlight on this side. You know what I mean? After getting out, especially in the condition and the quality of life and all of that. It's just a sad ending. But, that brother was a warrior. So definitely salute to him. Salute to the family. Hands off Asada Shakur, free Matulu. Yes, indeed. We already gave him his flowers while he could still smell them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So let's see. Where do we start first? It's like, I feel like this last maybe week could be, since our last broadcast. I think sometimes as soon as we end our broadcast, it's like, oh, we forgot to touch on this. We forgot to touch on that. And then more stories are coming up. So like our brother said, Sincere said, a lot of this stuff you guys have already heard, but you haven't heard our perspective on it. So,
Right.
FYI. Shout out once again. I'm going to always shout him out, Ice Cube. Ice Cube, for being the voice, and I'm still going to say this is not just about him. It's about anyone that is Black, foundational Black American that tries to stand up for their people, right? But also trying to build something outside of the dominant society, hence him building the big three and them trying to block, his evolution, which they're not going to do because we're not going to stand for it. But Ice Cube, I don't like this article by this dude, Deron Snyder. Now he writes for the Griot. So that kind of tells you everything that you need to know. Just the fact that he writes for the Griot. Let's start right there. So he says Ice Cube's big three must
Byron Allen's piece.
Oh yeah. Byron Allen.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we've been on the bullshit for a long time.
Long time. Ice Cube's big three must prove relevance and interest level regardless of the NBA. Who said he wasn't relevant, fool? He's Ice Cube, and he's bringing back NBA players that were relevant before they decided to retire, got injured, etc., and still balling their asses off. What are you talking about? He's still packing, what is it, the Brooklyn Center thingy, the Staples Center here in Cali? What do you mean prove relevance? He did that already.
Yes, indeed. Seven is going tonight to a big three game with his mom. He's up there in New York. So his mom and his auntie, pretty much his auntie and them, they all going to the big three game tonight. But yeah, I'm not going to pull up the site because they got a gazillion pop-ups on the damn Griot site anyway. But even in the article, he has to admit that it's successful. You know what I'm saying? He's writing a hit piece on Cube and on the big three, and he's basically running interference for the NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's caping heavy for the NBA all throughout the article. Oh, the NBA ain't thinking about you. You just need to prove your relevance.
Yes,
and all
they
that
are.
stuff.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Because anytime we do something, we're a threat to them. Yes, they are. They thinking about it. Heavy.
Yes, indeed, man. And Cube is on his tour right now, his podcast tour.
Right.
What is it? After Gatekeepers tour. I saw the one when he was on Bill Maher. I saw a little bit of the Joe Rogan and some of the other clips that's been floating around. Any other big platforms that he's been on so far? that I need to check out?
So far, those are the only two that I know of. You know, he posts them as they launch, I guess. So far, those are the big two. So
Did you
far,
see any of them?
I looked at the Joe Rogan one. I downloaded Spotify, you know, so that I can look at the complete, episode. And yeah, he's just talking about one, you know, the jab. You know what I'm saying? And how he turned down the $9 million. You know, he wasn't going to be forced to, you know, take that thing. You know what I mean? No, for no amount of money. He said if it was $20 million that they offered me, I still wouldn't. I wouldn't have did it. Period. I can't miss something that I didn't have. The check was never in my hand, so I could never miss something that I didn't have. I never had in the first place, and hence where we are today. You know, all the things that they were talking about with the jab. Now they're having to kind of renege on a lot of that stuff. So he touched on that, and shout out to him for that and not being scared, like not even being scared to talk about it.
It's ridiculous, man. Because even with us, you know, a couple of weeks ago, we did the lyrical breakdown for Plandemic on here, and they took the video down off of the platform. You know what I'm saying? And we were just speaking very, very candidly. You know what I'm saying? Really, we were just asking a lot of questions. Really, I was phrasing everything in a question form. And so just to even ask questions, they want to try to censor you. They want to try to ostracize you and make you some type of pariah, right? And so that's what the brother Ice Cube is experiencing. But it's not just based on, you know, his refusal to go along with that, because we know there were white athletes and celebrities who they were helping, who were not getting the jab, and they were covering for them. I think it was Aaron Rodgers who they lied for.
The football player.
When he didn't. So it's really about him being a black man who is very much independent. You know what I'm saying? He collaborates with, you know, big companies in show business, whether it's music or Hollywood or whatever the case may be. But he's very much independent in a lot of what he does. You know what I'm saying? And he don't march to the beat of their drum, and that's a problem for a black man. That's a major problem. You know what I'm saying? For a black man that ain't out here switching around, you know what I'm saying, bussy popping and all that. And who cares about his people? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Out of anybody that we know in the public eye, Ice Cube is the one that we could probably vouch for the most. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't even get it twisted with Cube. We still gonna always, you know, watch every move and dissect all of the words. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, to be honest, he's not exactly us. He don't talk like us. You know what I'm saying? He's just a common sense individual who's not going along with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely respect Cube and what he's doing, and some of the moves that he's making right now with this podcast tour. I looked at the one with Bill Maher, and I don't know. I think I need to watch it again, honestly, because I was trying to like just study his strategy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in his mind a little bit, because Bill Maher is clearly a goddamn anti-black racist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. I'm talking about even in the conversation with Ice Cube, he's saying a lot of, you know what I'm saying, anti-black tropes and stuff he's throwing out there. A lot of dog whistles and stuff he's throwing out there. You know what I'm saying? And so I was trying to study, like, okay, I know Cube is peeping this and hearing this, but what's his strategy?
Rebuttal.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I need to watch that one again, because a lot of that was interesting. But
I haven't seen that one yet, other than the clips that have been promoted on social media.
Yeah, I put the one up when he was talking about the rap industry and how they promote all of this death in the rap industry and all of that stuff, and how a lot of the music is put together by committees and all of this stuff. Man,
we've heard that before. You know, we've heard that before. I think it, you know, he just co-signed with, you know, we've heard, you know, from other artists. What was his name? Was it Crazy Bone or Busy Bone?
Yes.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those. Talking about that.
Them funding the prison system. Yeah, Too Short, all that. So, you know.
So yeah, we've been knowing this for a long time, but you know, like I said, him being such a high profile individual going on these large platforms and speaking that kind of truth to power definitely deserves a salute.
Yep.
Definitely deserves a salute, man. Shout out to Ice Cube. But yeah, that dude that wrote that article in the Griot, is he a tether?
You know what? I you know me and my good Googling self, so it doesn't say anything about his background. I'm loading it now, his biography, because I was looking, for who his parents are. I think they're getting kind of, you know, they
Secretive.
know. Yeah, they're
They're
trying to
getting kind of
hide
secretive about that.
backgrounds now. Yeah, they know we looking now. Where your family from?
Right.
They know we asking now.
Right.
So
It's
I think
definitely.
that he went to an HBCU, hence where a lot of the tethers and coon classes, brought up. I haven't seen anything about his parents though.
It was given. It was given tether, or it could
It
have
was
been given
definitely
like boule, maybe.
Boule. He could pass for moist to me. A little moist too. He
Moist.
can look a little moist to me. I smell it. For some reason it does not want to open. But
No,
yeah,
you talking about the grill? Yeah, they got they
yeah,
got 9,000 pop-ups on there. So I'm not even gonna bother.
yeah.
I was gonna read
I
some of it,
figured
but
it.
I'm not even gonna bother with
Oh,
that.
and by the way, this since you brought up, you know, your decoded series and obviously the jab. Next Sunday, guys, we're gonna have Dr. Rollins. Dr. Rollins is gonna be on Sunday's broadcast, and we're gonna dive a little deeper. Of course, we're gonna be codified because of the YouTube guidelines. But Dr. Rollins will be on with us next Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rollins. If you're not following, follow Dr. Rollins with an S on the end.
Yeah, we definitely got to make sure we follow the rules out here. Definitely got to make sure we follow the rules. Did you see? Faith Evans got to pay Stevie J?
I heard it's $1 million.
Faith Evans gets out marriage to CVJ, but not without paying spousal supports.
She got to pay him $1 million. I honestly felt like it was a finesse from him from jump.
Hold on, let me go to this page.
I think newly divorced. You know what I'm saying? He probably, curled those toes a little bit, and and yeah.
Yes, indeed. Stevie J is a goddamn male thought, ain't he?
Yeah.
But what's up? I mean, same thing happened with Mary, right? Same thing happened with Mary. It's like, come on, ladies.
And remember, Stevie took her to she and Stevie went to Vegas and got married. So he took her to Vegas, dipped her down, and they eloped. So you ain't got time for no prenup. We ain't got time to think about that, baby. We in love. Let's go. I want to do this right now. And she did.
Oh wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they eloped in Vegas.
It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. That's all I can say about that.
Game. But you know what? It's a cold game, but would we be saying the same thing had he had to pay her spousal support? Would women be like, it should be like that?
Say it again.
Will women be, like, well, no, he should pay her. You know how women are. Let's be clear. We're biased. We are biased. He put her through a lot, so she deserved that spousal support. Well, we don't know what the hell she put him through. Stevie. And we only know Stevie based off what we've seen on Love and Hip Hop. Come on now. We don't know Stevie like that. Right. But we don't know the other side of the coin either.
Right. So in some cases, the women should pay spousal support, is what you're saying.
In some cases, I believe so. Now, I don't think that Halle Berry should have been paying, her daughter's dad child support because I thought that they had, only because they have joint custody. So I thought that when you have joint custody and you have a children or child equal time, like, well, why is she paying him?
Stevie J and Faith don't got no kids though, right?
They do not, and I believe all Faith kids are all adults now. He has minor children. She doesn't.
I don't know. Let's thought we touch on that real quick.
Moving Get on. Your bag, Stevie. Get your bag, Stevie. Get your bag. So how did everyone like the new rendition of Jill Scott's was it the national anthem?
You want to do that? Because I was going to tie that into the main topic.
Okay, well, we'll wait. I want to jump to Britney Spears' ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because I felt like, when she released her statement, she kind of was going on a little Carolyn Bryant tangent to me. Word? Including her husband. He slapped me and, I was just trying to go up and get an autograph. First of all, he don't know that you Britney. You look a hot ass mess. Why didn't you send your security to talk to his security to make sure you can get a photo or an autograph? Because you know how this shit is. You know what I'm saying? You're Britney Spears. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see a problem with what the security guard did. I don't think that he meant to slap her. He kind of just, wagged her hand out the way, maybe it touched her on the head a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But her husband is now demanding a public apology. Nigga, sit your ass down. You should have told her to sit her drunk ass down somewhere.
They're trying to clout chase. I think, you know what I'm saying? You can't just, you as Britney Spears should know better. You can't just invade somebody's personal space like that. You know what I'm saying? Is high profile individual. You know what I'm saying? You objectifying him. You know what I'm saying? Thinking you could just go up and touch somebody like that. Like, no.
And why should he apologize? You touched him. What is he apologizing for?
For my security doing their job?
Right. He should give that security guard a raise or at least a promotion, make him head of security if he's not already.
Right. Right. So what did you think about the situation with Dwight Howard and his son?
I mean, I have a brother who has 3 sons. And it's just the way that, and I have uncles, who parented their boys a certain way. Even when my uncle, before he passed, God rest his soul, would pick my nephews up, it would be like, all right, y'all, get up. He'll just pop up. We're going fishing. Well, we didn't want to. We was going to go to the park and play basketball. I didn't ask you what you was going to do. I said, get up. We're going fishing. Or come outside and watch me fix this car. Making them stand around. Let me, and I'm talking about, they're in 5th, 6th grade, all the way through middle school. Let's go run. Let's get on the bikes. We're going to ride to the beach because at that time we lived right a block from the beach. It wasn't their choice about going to play with their friends and stuff. You're going to work out. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Just that man thing. I didn't have a problem with this at all. When I saw it, the first thing I said was, had he been on here putting his son in a dress, everybody would be clapping. But because he's trying to toughen him up, he's whining. Guess what? Life is hard. Get your butt up on this bike and let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You want to reap the benefits of dad's hard work and working out and sweating and pain and injuries and shit. Get your ass up and get on this bike. Toughen up. I love it.
Right. I mean, he's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Being a father, being a parent, period, that's the hardest job that we ever going to do. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no blueprint, ain't no, manual to tell us what's the right way to do this shit. But this is love that you see from a father to his child. You know what I'm saying? The kids, they ain't gonna want to do a lot of shit. Man, you gotta make them do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta push them beyond what they think they could do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be something physical or some other type of endeavor, you know what I'm saying? Something that takes more brain power or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be there to push them beyond what they think they could do. And sisters, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta get off of that shit. Let fathers be fathers. Y'all expect a lot of times. Y'all expect a father to be like another mother. Our job is not the same as your job is. We have a different assignment, and the child needs both. So you do what you do and allow the father to do what they do. Because I used to receive a lot of backlash with my son when he was like 3 years old, 4 years old, and all of that. I used to have him doing push-ups. I used to have them standing at attention. Really, that was my alternative way of disciplining because I never hit them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really put hands on them like that. You know what I mean? And so I would just make them stand at attention. I would make them get in push-up position and just hold the push-up position like a plank position for a while. I would do stuff like that, you know, military type stuff, just to instill that discipline factor. And I used to get a lot of pushback from women in my family. You know what I'm saying? Oh, leave them alone. That's too much. No, y'all gotta let us do what we do. We know what we're doing. That's my son.
And then when he started doing this, when he started shimmying and sashaying and stuff, they'll be like, well, see, that's your fault because you should have been tougher on him. You used to let him cry all the time. When he started shimmying his shoulder, like some of these folks, no names.
Huh?
I said, now, if your son was shimmying like this all the time, you know, doing his shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Them same people will be talking about you should have been tougher on him.
But the flip side of that too is like I was saying, you know, mothers and fathers, we have different roles to play.
Absolutely.
And so mothers, I want to say to y'all, it's a delicate thing when y'all try to do this as mothers. What Dwight Howard is doing with his son right here, it really takes a man. It really takes the father. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I see moms trying to get in this position and it don't hit right.
Nah.
It don't hit right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not your natural role. And so I understand sometimes, you know, dad is not there, whatever the case may be, but you got to get your son some male role models in his life, positive male role models that could teach him manhood, because that's just not your role.
Right. And he wasn't trying to kill his son. He's just toughening him up.
Damn, son, I know what I'm doing. This my son. That's what I used to
son.
say all the time. Like, this is my son. I'm not going to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't got to check me.
He's probably doing what was done to him, which made him the athlete that he is. You know, he's just probably doing what was done to him. You know what I'm saying? Some kids need to be put on a treadmill like that just to force them to do homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just didn't like a lot of the stuff that I was seeing on there. Like, you know what I mean? But again, we have, you know, Dwayne Wade, who's sashaying his son out, and he gets standing ovations.
But that goes into, you know, everything that we talking about today, with everything being so backwards and so upside. Like, this world that we living in, the people who's receiving backlash are the decent people. You know what I'm saying? People who want peace, people who want justice, people who are making the most sense are receiving the most backlash. And the people who lack discipline, who want to just be extra ratchet as hell and, you know, over sexualized and doing sexual things around children, these are the people that's being praised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting. Disgusting. So,
we've been on here. Let me see. Okay. All right. What you got?
What is it? First of all, I don't know why crap isn't opening on mine, but anyway, Oklahoma judge dismisses Tulsa race massacre reparations case filed by known survivors. So we know, I believe there's 3 or 4 survivors. The eldest being 109 years old, being denied repair. They're being denied justice repair. So I believe it was last year where a judge said that basically they can take it to court, and then they go into court and another judge dismissed it.
Right. I mean, and this is like a string of attacks when it comes to our justice claims all around the country, and Tulsa being one of the main targets. Because you've seen recently there was a professor, I forgot what school, but there was a professor who was talking about how the whole Tulsa thing wasn't about race. It didn't have anything to do with race.
Oh, yeah. What was it about then? Idiot.
Yeah, I thought I had that pulled up, but I don't see it. Oh, yeah. He's a superintendent, actually. Here it is. This is supposed to be an educator. Oklahoma superintendent brazenly claims Tulsa race massacre was not about race.
What was it about, sir?
Let me show y'all this.
And, all black
And so this is the
town.
type of shit that they trying to run with, remix
The
history.
hell?
Because I heard somebody say something like that on Tariq's Twitter space. One of the white supremacists that had called up was saying some shit like this. Or I think it wasn't even a white. I think it was a tether that was saying it actually.
Probably was, because they go hand in hand at this point.
Oklahoma's far-right superintendent of public instruction thinks that schools should teach students about the Tulsa race massacre so long as teachers don't actually acknowledge that the white supremacist attack was about race. Ryan Walters took office in January, and prior to that, he served as the state's Secretary of Education. The state's Secretary of Education. Right? That's like the top educator of the state, right? You're in charge of the curriculum pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this person wants to deny racism and white supremacy. Walters is an anti-critical race theory Republican boogeyman used to attack critical thought about racial justice. Last month, he called for schools to promote Christianity in the classroom, including displaying the Ten Commandments as well as the Western heritage, which many scholars recognize as coded language for white supremacist ideology. This is pretty much all white supremacists.
Exactly. That's all that is.
This is pretty much an open white supremacist they got running the school system down there in Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be surprised, but it says an Oklahoma judge dismissed the reparations lawsuit filed by the last 3 known survivors of the Tulsa race massacre on Friday. Court records show the 3 have been locked in a years-long court battle against the city of Tulsa and other groups and officials over the opportunities taken from them when the city's Greenwood neighborhood was burned down to the ground in 1921. Contemporary reports of deaths began at 36, but historians now believe as many as 300 people may have died, according to the Tulsa Historical Society and Museum. Thousands were left homeless. Leslie Benningfield Randall, 108, Viola Fletcher, 109, and her brother Hughes Van Ellis, 102, were among the plaintiffs, CNN previously reported. So there's 3 known survivors, the eldest being 109 years old, still alive today. So when someone tells us to get over it, it was long ago, we still have people that lived through that, and they have not gotten anything. And you guys can read that article on CNN.com, by the way.
Yeah, man, I agree. Shout out to Maxwell Jenkins. I agree with you, brother. They're going in heavy right now. You know what I mean? But like Dr. Kaba stated when he was on our platform the other night, the reason why they're going so hard right now is because we winning. It's because the things that we are doing are effective. We're moving in the right direction. And so now they're getting very desperate to hold on to their power and hold on to the resources and the wealth. You know what I mean? They laying the hammer down. But that's what we need, family. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. That's what we need. We need white supremacy just hot on a platter on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
I just want to state, too, for the record, the judge name is Judge Carol Wall. Her name is Judge Carol Wall. Our family out there in Tulsa, you need to do your thing and get this lady recalled. Get her ass off the bench. She needs to get off the bench. She actually comes up for re-election in 2024. So get her ass up out of there. Her name again, for those that don't know, Judge Carolyn Wall. She's actually on Twitter under Real Judge Wall. Real Judge Wall. Hit her up. Let her know that this was a miscarriage of justice. We weren't hearing that type of crap when they were talking about stop Asian hate, and they made a way to get them an anti-Asian hate crime bill as well as economic resources for being called a name, by the way.
Right. And so before we get to our main topic, I want to talk about this story about the Chinese nationals. They said Chinese nationals operate nearly every illegal indoor marijuana farm in the largest U.S. county. Right? These model minorities. We know we got a You know we got to report on this type of stuff. But yeah, after this we'll get into the main topic for today. But you guys who are watching us live right now, make sure that you hit the like button, family. Again, make sure that you hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please share this out on your social media platforms and let everybody know that we are live. And again, I want to remind y'all, for those of y'all who, for whatever reason, don't like to share it on Facebook or Twitter, even if you just copy the link, it still sends a signal to YouTube that people are engaging with the content. So just hit the share button and copy the link, even if you're not going to send it to anyone. All right. And so, yeah. And so about 85% of illegal weed farmers are Chinese or Mexican nationals in San Bernardino County, Task Force Sergeant suggests.
That's up here.
Right. And that's all over.
Mm-hmm.
That's all over. I don't care where you go. The connect is always some type of foreigner. Right? The plug is always some type of foreigner. You know Hispanics, the Asians bringing in all that fentanyl and all of that stuff. So we know this already. But there was one. This one I'm looking at right now is from Fox. But I saw one earlier where they were kind of caping for the Asians.
Of course.
The right wing propaganda arm of white supremacy be caping heavy for the Asians, family, even when they do crime and shit like that.
Of course. Because we're the only one inherently, going to commit crimes or do crimes. Let them tell it. The most peaceful, loving people of all, the most accepting people of all. But I digress.
Right. So it says Chinese and Mexican nationals operate almost all illegal marijuana growing operations in the United States' largest county. The leader of local marijuana enforcement team told Fox News. When most people talk about gangs, they think about the typical Southern California gangbangers, meaning black people, right? Because the media has done a thorough job of making black people the face of gangs, right? And people think all these other groups they don't have no type of gang activity.
Model non-minorities.
Sergeant Richard, whatever his name is, of San Bernardino County Sheriff's Marijuana Enforcement Team said, and that's not the way it is. He kept it a buck. He said, that's just not the way it is. Mostly what we deal with are Mexican nationals or Chinese nationals as our two largest groups of people that we deal with, he continued. I would estimate 85% are non-citizens. These are the people
Build the wall.
You vote blue no matter who people want you to vote support this.
Right. Wow. Over 2,100 search warrants. Over $1 billion seized. Not $1 million, y'all. Over $1 billion seized.
Because these people are allowed to operate. These people are not heavily surveilled and, you know what I'm saying, occupied. The communities are not under occupation by a military force like ours. But you ready to get into the main topic?
Let's go.
I need some more water, man. I gotta go grab some water. But yeah, we didn't get to talk about what's been going on with Keke Palmer. We didn't get to talk about the Essence Fest, the BET Awards, all of that, the ratchetness that's been on display recently, and some of the weird pushback that people like India Arie and Jill Scott been getting for, asking for some decorum. So
you's gonna mess up our biscuits. Y'all stops now. You's gonna mess up our biscuits. That's what they saying.
It's the righteous versus the ratchet. But you asked the question earlier. You said, "Can we do both?"
Can we do both?
So speak on where you was coming from with that while I go get me some water.
So when I say can we do both, now obviously I'm speaking to maybe the non-mothers, single women. You know what I'm saying? You can ratchet up a little bit, and I still think that even there should be a little decorum exercise even with the little ratchet too. And when I'm saying ratchet, I still listen to a little ratchet music. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not, on Instagram. I'm not out. Well, I don't have a man looking, But if I'm out or I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to be out with my girlfriend at a concert, at a club, or anywhere behaving in a manner that is going to, one, make me look bad, or my man, period. Because I represent my man, I represent my children, I represent my family. So we can be ratchet, but I still feel like there's a time and a place for everything, and a little decorum should be exercised. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how ratchet. Like, for instance, the BET Awards. To me, that wasn't even ratchet. That was just trash. And I think that there's a difference. I think there's a whole difference, in it. That was straight up garbage. Period. That wasn't talent. That was straight up garbage. Period. And so that's my conjecture on that.
So okay. So you said there's a difference between being ratchet and being just straight up trash.
Trash.
And I think I can agree with that. But when I'm saying ratchet, like with the title of today's broadcast and all that, when I'm saying ratchet, I'm referring to the trash. So I think I could agree with the sentiment what you're saying, because really I don't have a problem with ratchetness here and there.
Here and there.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with the ratchet music. I don't have a problem with the twerking. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then.
But where?
But the thing is, that shouldn't be in the forefront representing our culture.
Period.
Those are not the images that we want broadcasted around the world as being representative of what Black culture is in America. That is not what we want in the forefront. We've always had an element of ratchetness within our society, within our culture, but it was always kept under wraps. It was underground. It was the night scene. You know what I'm saying?
BET After Dark, remember?
Right.
BET had BET After Dark. They only played the ratchet music, or the booty popping, or the Luke, 2 Live Crew after a certain time. Right. So let's get back to that, at least.
Right. We just gotta have a certain level of decorum. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like what India Ari was saying, all India Ari was saying, hold up now. Everything is not for everybody in every place. We shouldn't be doing this on the main stage at the Essence Festival with kids and old people is present. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have enough talent that you don't need to do that. Get out there and perform.
At this point, like, seriously, why do we have to see your booty cheeks every time you walk up to a mic? Why is your ass to the crowd? If you're rapping, let me see you. Let me see you spit them bars. Do your little 2-step or whatever. But most of these female artists, they have to bust it in a split. Their ass is out. They're hunched over. They're not even face the crowd. It's always their ass to the crowd, and all you seeing this booty cheeks the whole time. Like, we understand that your music is twerk music, or whatever. But let me see a performance. Let me see the talent. I get you can twerk. We've seen that already. Do something else. I'm tired of seeing it.
Right. And the shit that gets me the most is the people who actually do have talent, who dumb themselves down to be a part of this propaganda wave. To me,
Monet.
Right. That's more sinister. Mm-hmm. What Janelle Monáe is doing, that is more weaponized, in my opinion. Some of the ratchets out here, and not to make no excuses for anybody or anything, but some of the sexy reds and people like that, they just don't know no damn better. You know what I'm saying? The white supremacist establishment, they know how to pick certain people out of Black society that they could raise up and give a platform that just don't know no damn better. But somebody like Janelle Monáe, that is way more sinister. That is way more dangerous, because she knows exactly what she's doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's how she used to talk. That's how we know. She's playing a role.
She took on a character, and she's playing a role in this whole big world stage of politics and social engineering that's going on here. Because if you know, we're talking about the righteous and the ratchetness, right? If you notice, a lot of the ratchetness that is being pushed so over the top more recently is tied in with the whole LGBTQ thing.
I was just going to say that. And now she's claiming to be non-binary. She started that, a couple years ago? So it was just only a matter of time before the clothes went off. Once she made that announcement, I was already waiting for the clothes to start shedding off.
Exactly. Shout out to my brother, the Great Black Shark. I see you in the building,
Peace,
Black
God.
man. Peace. What's going on, man? Y'all make sure that y'all following our brother. Y'all subscribe to our brother. If y'all not already, you slipping and you tripping out here, but you need to be in tune with the Great Black Shark. He said exactly. Unfortunately, some of them have devolved to a lower vibrational existence. They have forgotten their true value, and some never knew it due to being raised in ratchetry.
Right.
So there's a difference. Janelle Monáe, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's a volunteer, goddamn, what do you call it? People that blow.
White supremacist minion.
What's the people called that blow themselves up? I forgot. Like a kamikaze.
Oh my God.
She's like a kamikaze because if you notice, her newer releases are not as popping as some of her older releases when she wasn't on this. You know what I'm saying? She's a good artist. You know what I'm saying? I like her. She could sing. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Beautiful.
She could sing. She could perform. She's a dope songwriter. She could rap. You know what I'm saying? She's very, very talented. She's very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice, the music that she's doing now is not resonating the way some of her older stuff is resonating. So she's willing to sacrifice her career to become a weapon for this LGBTQ agenda that's latching itself onto the Black struggle, latching itself onto Black history in order to give itself relevance and usher in all of this ratchetness, all of this debauchery and inappropriate behavior in front of children.
And feminist ideologies as well. Let's throw that in, because these are the same heifers that's on here, you know what I'm saying, talking about protect Black women, but I don't need a man. I'm an independent woman. A man can't tell me what to do. All this stuff, but then you want a husband at the same time. Honestly, and everybody do their thing, whatever their husbands and stuff like that allow and are cool with, but Offset and Cardi B, like when she was twerking at Coachella while pregnant, I'm sitting here like, dude, that's your whole wife. Like at some point, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, you know, just as a man, you as a man, your wife, even though she say maybe an entertainer, are you okay with your wife busting it open with a big old belly at Coachella? It's just weird, the stuff that these men are allowing nowadays.
Yeah,
everybody get to see what you getting or whatever, and I'm okay with a woman being sexy. You can be sexy and not show too much. You know what I'm saying? Sexy can go a long way, but all the busting it open and stuff needs to be left between you and her at home. Everybody's seeing what you getting.
Right, man. It's just, it's too over the top right now, man. It's not even sexy a lot of times.
No, it's not.
As a man, I'm saying this. As a warm-blooded, heterosexual Black man, I'm saying this. A lot of it is not even sexy.
It's trash.
Janelle Monáe's video that she put out, that was sexy. I ain't gonna lie, that was sexy.
No.
Than a motherfucker. Even though I think there might be a couple of trans in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so that kind of dampers the whole thing.
Yeah.
It kind of dampers the whole thing. but just focusing on Janelle, I ain't gonna front. That was sexy but again, she is really a creative person. You know what I'm saying? And she's a beautiful woman. So that's why I said she's even more dangerous. Her stuff would be more effective, I think, than a lot of these people who really don't got no talent. You see every time Sexy Red get on stage, they throwing shit at her.
I'm sorry, but she looks dirty to me.
She looks,
and I mean that with all due respect, but she actually looks like she came outside of an alley somewhere and on stage. I'm sorry.
It's terrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm sorry.
Between her out there down there in Houston and Scarlett in New York, I'm like, what is taking place?
And the wigs. Like, listen, the wigs are definitely horrible. I know some hood girls that do wigs from home that can hook them up better than that.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And I'm talking about these women have songs on the radio. You know what I'm saying? They being co-signed by legendary rap artists and producers and all of that stuff.
Luke Campbell, because he co-signed Sexy Red, right? What, the day or the night after the BET Awards?
Right. I'm talking about Swiss Beats and Missy Elliott and a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying?
They know better. Or maybe they're saying this. Look, with the buzz that they're getting, if we write something for them versus the shit that they're putting out on their own, they could be another. I don't know. I think
part of it was some of these legendary artists. I think part of it is them trying to extend their career, them not wanting to be out of touch,
right,
and trying to just ride the wave. That's part of it. But y'all know better.
Yeah, they know better.
Y'all know what this is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know exactly what's going on here. I'm talking about like what Q was talking about with the social engineering that's taking place.
Right.
Y'all are willing participants with the social engineering that's taking place.
Yep.
And that's treasonous. You know what I'm saying? We can't give that a pass. It's not just about somebody lacking talent. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. You know what I mean? But when you consider what's being attached to it, whose agenda is being pushed on top of it, and you know what I mean? They're using that as the Trojan horse.
Treason, as you said, treason. I mean, it's just disgusting. I don't like it. And remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but Kanye was upset with Kim Kardashian, and he said something public about her basically having Northwest doing TikToks or hanging out with that what's that light skinned girl with the carrot color afro?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I was reading.
You know that carrot top girl, carrot hair, Ice Spice. Kanye had something to say about Kim Kardashian going on social media showing Ice Spice hanging with Northwest. And people were coming hard at Kanye, you know, over his child. Again, what does Northwest and Ice Spice have in common?
Right.
Him as a father is like, no, bitch, you hang with her. That's right. Okay for you, but it's not okay for our 10, 11-year-old daughter.
And I remember a while back when Cardi B was getting some pushback about her music and stuff like that. Her excuse was, well, we don't make music for kids. You don't got to let your kids listen to it. And so, right, Ice Spice, she doesn't make music for kids. So why are you hanging out with my 9-year-old daughter? You know what I'm saying?
That's his point. You know, and again, allow children to be children. We're trying to push them into the crap that we are being exposed to. Like, no, they're still learning mathematics and science. You know, these are our future engineers and doctors and lawyers, etc. So why are we trying to acclimate them into trash music and let them focus on what they need to build for us and their future later? Because we're not going to be here forever. So we're just going to raise another, you know, bunch of kids that's doing ratchet shit, or are we going to teach them how to be the new scientists, doctors, lawyers, etc., teachers that we need for our children?
Right. And that's the thing. We have to uphold the best of us, our best and our brightest. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of brilliant people within Black society, a lot of creatives, a lot of engineers, and all of that stuff in Black society. Right. And that's what we got to make fly. You know what I'm saying? We have to make that pop and make that be the wave. You know what I'm saying? And the ratchetness that can exist in its own pocket when it's a time and a place for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just weird that we're really in this space where the people who are saying what we're saying are the ones receiving the pushback. Like Kiki's dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were mad at him for saying something about him feeling disrespected by, you know what I'm saying, what she was doing out here in public. You know what I mean? Going out there with her whole ass out, all up on another dude, And as her man, I'm not supposed to feel no type of way or say nothing.
Right. No, you just sit at home and rock that baby. You know what I'm saying? And shut up because, I saw another narrative that they were pushing around on there. He needs to be quiet because she make more money than him.
What is that?
So, and he's still the man. And what? But that was another narrative. So basically, nigga, shut up because you're not as known as her. Because to me, we don't know what he does or what money he makes. She knows. She knows, and maybe Kiki may be more of a household name, but that don't mean her bread longer. And he's still her man. And when she goes out, she not only represents herself, but she represents him and their now child, their son.
Because the article is coming out talking about he's shaming her, and this is what black women got to go through. Black women feel pressure to act decent or some shit like that. One of the headlines was damn near verbatim what I just said.
Oh, God.
Are constantly under pressure. Let me find that damn headline.
That's crazy to me. Under pressure to act decent. Aren't we supposed to be decent?
Right.
First of all, it's our culture to be decent. Black children were not allowed to just go outside looking anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put on some clean clothes. Even when you're going outside to get dirty, you did have your play clothes and your play shoes, but they were still clean. Your mother and fathers didn't send you outside with your hair not combed. You still were decent while you were outside getting dirty. So what are they talking about?
I think it was
pressure to be decent.
I think it was this story on NBC News. It says Keke Palmer is the latest black mother facing backlash over what she wears. The beloved actress was shamed by the father of her son for wearing sheer dress at Usher's Las Vegas residency. Let me see. Is this the one?
Maybe he just don't want everybody to see the cheeks he clapping at night. What's wrong with that?
Right.
That's at least a mystery. Leave some mystery. What's wrong with a little mystery? Your ass cheeks did not need to be out in order for you to be sexy, Ma.
Right. Oh yeah. This was the bullshit they was pushing in this article. They was talking about, again, he's shaming her for her outfit, and what he said. We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others. Boom. That's what the nigga said. I mean, damn.
And I agree with him. And yes, we first of all, we lived in a society like that. I think we shifted from that, and we need to get back to it. So I'm team him.
All right. So they're trying to clown him for only being known as her partner or whatever. And then it says one of the earliest representations of black motherhood is the mammy trope, said Adria Y. Goldman, an associate professor of communication at University of Mary Washington in Virginia. The so-called mammy character was a huge maternal figure, especially for white families, and she was presented as asexual, said the focus was on her mothering skills. So they're trying to compare.
No, that didn't go.
They're trying to compare this man, wanting to be represented a certain way by his baby mother, his girlfriend.
And they're going to compare her to a mammy.
And they saying that he's mammifying her?
No. First of all, mammy didn't have a choice. First of all, that mammy character didn't have a choice. Let's be clear about that. Right. Kiki has a choice. You know what I'm saying? And he also has a choice in what he wants the mother of his child out there represent him. As long as they're together, because they're supposed to still be a family. They're together. That's her dude. When she walked out that night, that was still her man.
And nobody's saying that she got to be asexual. You could be sexy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She's been looking sexy lately since she had her baby. You know what I mean? But again, there's a difference between being sexy and being trashy and being slutty, being all up on another nigga. There's a difference.
And I don't care if it's Usher or not. Yeah. We isn't there a rumor about her and stuff like that with Usher? I'm just saying, I don't know if it's true. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm just saying.
All right. So yeah, he was getting pushed back for that. India Arie, when she came out, she made a statement after the Essence Fest when Meg Thee Stallion a couple of other chicks and some trans dudes. And Janelle Monáe was up on the stage acting a damn fool, acting ratchet as hell, popping all type of bussy all over the place. And India Ari was just like, man, maybe we don't want to do that on the main stage. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's not how we want to be seen and represented around the world. And people started trying to drag her. Yeah. So everything is upside down.
Do you think this also coincides with, how people were also coming at Summer Walker not too long ago because her music, and they want her basically on the stage busting it open, and that's not her thing. And her thing is, well, if I do that to the type of music that I make, it's just not gonna go. What do I look like doing all this and that, and my ass tooted in the air, but I'm singing love ballads for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But people were coming for Summer Walker because she does not get on stage and bust it open.
Yeah, I seen when her album first came out, this latest EP first came out, on Twitter, there was a lot of people kind of complaining that it was too high vibrational. You know what I'm saying? They wanted
crazy.
They wanted the ratchetness. Yeah. She got a little. It was still her album was really the perfect blend of righteousness and ratchetness. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of her image a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she does have like a spiritual side to her. You know what I'm saying? But she's still with the shit. She got the tattoos on her face and all that. You know what I'm saying? So she's kind of the righteous ratchet, poster child right now. And that's weird. That's a weird thing too. What you think about that? I see that a lot. And this just came to my mind. But there's a lot of like strippers and OnlyFans girls who are like conscious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be on here, they be posting like, you know what I'm saying, Shahrazad Ali and stuff. You know what I mean? But they do.
I think that most strippers, for the most part, I'll just say in my era, I don't know about the ones now or whatever, either did it for fun or because they felt like they had to, because there was no other opportunities out there. I'm just here to get a bag. I'm going to put myself through school, and they kept the stripping on stage. But when I came home, I'm a mother, I'm a student, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm this and that. I didn't feel like they carried it everywhere they went versus now. Maybe it's because of the video things, which happened more in the 2000s when you had like the most popping strippers now being in music videos, and they turned them into the vixens, I'll say, maybe in the 90s sometimes. But I still think that there's just a difference. And the strippers that I knew, it was like this. I know strippers, y'all. I got some stories to tell y'all. Just stick with your sister. A lot of stuff, even about me. But a lot of the women that I knew, honestly, didn't do it because they necessarily wanted to.
I'm talking about, I see a lot like on Instagram, it'll be a chick that got like that, you know what I'm saying, incense kind of vibe, incense and oils kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And they might be on there talking about some real deep spiritual stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then the next video, they sliding down the pole.
I mean, maybe they're, but maybe are they sliding down the pole because they're offering pole dance classes? Is it their business?
Sometimes.
Because they're having pole dance parties. One of my friends had a pole dance party for her 30th, if I'm not mistaken. And we learned, some sexy moves, for your man or whatever, or exercising, right? So it could be just, I'm conscious, but this is my side hustle.
Look, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I'm wondering. No,
I don't either.
Am I perpetuating a double standard? Because I don't have a problem with that. Because if I see somebody like and I'm not gonna be able to think of her name right now, but there's one particular content creator that comes to mind who she be rapping. She always got her titties out. You know what I'm saying? You can always see the print all heavy, but she deep. She be dropping a lot of knowledge. She be dropping a lot of heavy jewels and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't put her in the same category with the sexy reds.
I think because she's not doing it in front of children. So she's not on stage where there's a bunch of children and elderly people. Now, yes, it's on maybe her social media. So parents, right? Parental controls on social media. You can't hide your kids from everything. We know that. But a parent has to do what they need to do to monitor what content their children are digesting, right? But she's not in front of elders. She's not in front of children doing it. So I still think there's a difference.
Not 6. I'm not talking about 6. Some chick named Star X, I was talking about 6. But you could kind of put 6 in almost in that category where I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I see some of the sisters that go even further than 6. 6 is very, you know what I'm saying, just
classy,
feminine and sexy.
Very
and
feminine. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She'll show skin and all of that, but she's not popping it.
Yeah, no. And she's covered all the time. She's sexy.
She don't be covered all the time.
She's always covered.
No, she ain't always covered. No, she ain't always covered.
When I say covered, like you may have a swimsuit, because if she's, doing content where she's at the beach or something like that, she's in a swimsuit, but her legs are not popped open, and she
shows a lot of skin and cleavage.
Yeah,
and
she got beautiful, long,
it's a sight to see. It's beautiful,
sexy legs. And it's not trashy, though.
It's definitely not trashy.
In her content that gives or screams trash. She gives major sex appeal and major sexy feminine vibes, period.
Right.
Not sexy red in them.
Nah.
They don't do that.
Nah. To me, that's a different category. You know what I'm saying? I can't even use the word ratchet if we talking about somebody like 6. I can't even use that word ratchet. It don't fit. It don't fit. You know what I mean? She can't help it that she look like that.
Right. And she's gorgeous and she knows it. Right. As she should. You know what I'm saying? But she's also a feminine woman. She also believes that her man is her head. I think that she's not above, being corrected by her man. She welcomes that. She doesn't give feminist vibes. None of that shit. And she's not marketing to children.
Right. Nah. But yeah, that I said I would put her in that category, but I'll take that back. She don't even fit in the category that I'm talking about. Some of the girls that I'm talking about, they go way farther than a 6, but they still, they be like I said, they be dropping some jewels on their shit. You know what I mean?
I just think I feel like for me, I will have to see it because I don't know. But again, it could be someone that's offering, teaching pole dance, who has a pole dance fitness class. So you're giving your, conscious content, but you're also promoting your business.
Don't you remember years ago, there was like kind of a little scandal thing with Umar and the righteous stripper or whatever they was calling her? They was calling her something like that.
I vaguely remember that.
Don't you remember something like that years ago?
What's her name too? Goddess Ayana too.
Who?
Goddess Ayana. She's a light-skinned conscious sister. She has freckles, very pretty. She puts out a lot of conscious content. Goddess Ayana.
Yeah, I wouldn't put her in that category either. I think I know who you're talking about.
And she does a lot of pole dance stuff on her thing, but it's very sensual. Okay. Lots of it. She does a lot of sensual stuff, but she gives a lot of jewels, and she's definitely about the Black family and Black empowerment, all that stuff. But she does pole dance in her home, lights are dim, and she's giving it, and it's not
sisters like her. They more on some sacred womanhood type shit. Sacred
there you go.
They try to, you know what I mean? They're modeling that sacred femininity, you know what I mean? Archetype. What they're doing is definitely classy and it's a little bit different than a lot of the stuff that we're seeing out here. We definitely can't compare that. So my only thing was bringing them up was just to check the temperature of the family of whether there was a double standard or not.
You know what I'm saying? Because
some of them do show some booty cheeks and a lot of cleavage and all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm going to show some.
Right.
I'm going to. I'm also single though, right? So if my partner tells me that he's uncomfortable with something, then I'm not going to damn do it, period. I'm not going to say that, he's making me or, put me in a mammy category, you know what I'm saying? Or you can't tell me what to do. I'm a strong Black woman. I don't need you. I'm not doing that. If he's uncomfortable, I'm not doing it. And also I'm only going to go so far with it though. I'm not gonna spread my cheeks open. Like I may give cleavage. I may give some thigh.
Is the booty hole brown? That's all everybody wants
yeah,
to know.
and see
the booty hole brown.
that part, and the fact that that's in a song, that just like that was gross. That song is not even sexy. I'm sorry, that's not sexy.
What you saying? What you saying? J Joe.
Who that? Let me see
what
what
you
Jay
saying?
talking about.
Can we please be
what
honest? Sacred womanhood is nothing but a spiritual mumbo jumbo code word for 304.
No.
What is 304? I'm lost.
Ho. Remember back in the days when you have a pager and you would be able to text with your pager 304 me ho 911 mommy hurry up.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, okay.
I still remember.
What's going on, Aida?
Hey, sis.
How you doing? Bruce Lee, peace. What's going on? Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all coming in here. Some of y'all that just got here, make sure y'all hit that like button. Share this out on your social medias and all that. Appreciate you.
Now, okay. So J John 40. Okay, so I agree with him to a degree. Because over the years, you know, being on social media, you start seeing people's content, you know, or whatever. And it'll start possibly with that, you know, sexual, sensual, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then it turns into, you know, them campaigning, you know what I'm saying, for a wife or another a girlfriend for them and their man. That's where it kind of disconnects for me. Like, you know, you didn't have to do all that.
And that's more along the lines of what I'm talking about. That's more. I ain't into that. There's a phenomenon of that. There's a lot of chicks out here on Instagram who, you know, got that. Like I said, they got that incense and oils aesthetic about themselves. But really, it's all about sex. It's what the person in the chat is talking about. It's really all about like some type of alternative sexual lifestyle type shit. It gets into some kinky shit, gets into some threesome shit, some swinger shit. It gets into that. But they lace it with a little bit of John Henry Clark though.
Right.
That's what be throwing me off. I'm like, hold on. How does this work?
Right.
You know
right. That's
I mean?
the trickery. That's the trickery. But I guess that's what we have to, you know what I'm saying? And,
they putting the medicine in the candy. They putting the medicine in the candy.
For sure. Yeah, I see that a lot. And I'm like, that's what she wanted the whole time. You know.
Aida said sacred femininity product or practices are best kept private in your home, but to each his own. I agree with that.
I agree. That's where all I'm saying. I'm not giving all that up on social media. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep the mystery. You know, even if you're single, such as myself, and you meet someone, say, on social media, and you hanging out. If I'm putting all that out there for a person, and that's all he's seeing, when I meet him in person, that's all he wants. He ain't thinking about the intellectual side of me. He's thinking about that busting it open. I can't wait for her to twirl on me. You know, so I'm not gonna do too much anyway, because you're not trying to, you know, meet the wrong people. To me.
And I just want to say this to some of the ratchets out there. You know what I'm saying? I still got love for y'all ratchets. I just want to give y'all. I just want to give y'all a little bit of game though, because as a man, again, as a heterosexual black man, a lot of this shit that y'all doing is not attractive to us.
No.
It's not a turn on to us. A lot of this over the top stuff that y'all doing, you gotta fine tune the game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fine tune the game. There's always a level of balance that is needed. You know what I'm saying? Don't just spread your whole booty hole every time you make a video on Instagram. You know, that's not it.
That's every performance. When you getting invited, you know, to the BET Awards or the American Music Awards, MTV Awards, these huge, huge stages, you ain't got to do that no more. You didn't have to do it at all. You know, if the talent is there, you don't have to do that. MC Light didn't have to do it.
This is why it made sense to me this is the reason why it made sense to me when Tariq said that a lot of it is done not to be sexy, just to be like shock value or just to be disrespectful in certain settings. Yep. It's meant to be disrespectful. That was really like, that clicked to me because I was like, this is not sexy. Why are they doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not sexy. If you're trying to get male attention, this ain't it. And so when he said that's not really what this is about, it's a form of disrespect. Or it's a way for shock value just to try to get views or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. My whole thing is go back to the talent. You know, and if you're as talented as you say, you don't have to use gimmicks like that to be seen. People gonna rock with you because of your talent.
Right, no doubt.
Like Sukiyana, you know, this girl, I've just seen a video of her on stage. I forget where. But women are on there eating each other out, literally on stage. There's videos of her that she had put out in the past of her, you know, going down on her dude or whatever. Just all the nasty, degenerate shit that she decides to do. And as soon as a dude, and I'm not saying a man has a right to touch a woman, right? But a man has how you present yourself, whether it's character or not. That's how he's going to judge you. You know what I'm saying? So if a dude walk up to you and be like, "What's up, bitch?" You know what I'm saying? Or "What's up, hoe? How you doing? Well, good afternoon." Oh, there go my hoe right there. Why are you mad? Because all you have been giving him is hoe.
It's about what you're going to attract.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Water is going to seep its level. It's about what you're going to attract. So it's not to say that the dude that come up to you and start talking to you like that, not to say that that's okay, but say that's naturally what you're going to attract because that's what you're putting out there.
That's what you're putting out there. That's what a lot of people have been saying, because a lot of people are, she's on their nerves now because she's trying to play victim, you know, and saying, well, that's just my character. That's not who I am in real life. So when you're sitting down doing, you know, certain interviews or whatever, because I've seen just sit down interviews where she's on that ratchet shit. Mm-hmm. Then you want to switch it up because I guess today you're not in the mood, which she has that right. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you're on these interviews, an interview so people can get to know you. You should have said a long time ago that that's a character.
I mean, that's the thing, man. That's the thing, man.
She ain't got no talent either.
Nah, she don't.
None. And then using it as, I'm doing what I got to do to feed my 3 kids. Listen, black women been feeding their kids. Right. Black women have been feeding their kids with less resources and not having to do that. So we're not going to do that either.
But while we're talking about this, you was going to bring up Jill Scott, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jill Scott, she has something to say, too, at the Essence Fest on stage. You know, she addressed it on stage. She was calling out the courses. She was like, don't y'all see the propaganda?
Right.
Let me see if I got that queued up. I think I had it over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yes, it's right above Ice Cube.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 4 from the bottom.
Oh, the one that's on Twitter?
Yeah. Is that the one you're talking about?
I think so. Hold on. Yeah. All right, let me show y'all this. And this was.
Oh, no, it's above that. It's above Attorney Grunt. Okay.
I got it. This is Jill Scott at Essence Fest. Jilly from Philly.
Anybody see the propaganda? Anybody see how all niggas ain't shit and all bitches ain't shit? You see how real love doesn't exist? You see how everybody is some kind of bitch? Do you see it? Do you see? It's a boss bitch or a fly bitch or a rich bitch or a pretty bitch or... I don't like you bitches, none of you bitches, fuck. I happen to love my sisters. Are my sisters in the house tonight?
That's Jilly from Philly. That's Jilly from Philly. Shout out to Jilly from Philly, man. And she was addressing the nonsense that was going on at Essence Fest.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? She addressed it right there on stage. Shout out to her. And notice these entities, whether it's Essence, whether it's BT, or whoever that's putting on these displays of debauchery and pretending this is representative of Black culture, a lot of these entities are ran by tethers.
Yep.
Let's keep it a buck. A lot of these entities are ran and controlled by tethers. And that's the reason why they're falling off now.
Hey, did you see the tweet from Essence Festival? I saw this on our sister Vicky Dillard's platform on Twitter, and they said that who was it? Was it Janelle Monáe? I don't know which one the artist it was, but they said that her body will not be policed. Did you see that?
That sounds like a Janelle Monáe one.
I think it was, but it was from the Essence Festival, and they
she pulled out her titty at the end,
and she was like, her body will not be policed. Who's policing her body? There's children there.
It's not about that. It's not even about that. Somebody trying to police your body.
Those are white feminist ideologies.
Look, if Janelle Monáe wants to get naked all of a sudden and start showing her titties all over the place all of a sudden, she's free to do that. There's nobody oppressing her or stopping her from or saying that she can't do that. She's free to go ahead and do that. But don't try to cloak it in some type of empowerment. That's not what it is. It's not no type of liberation. It's not no type of empowerment. Nobody is stopping the ratchets from being ratchet.
Right.
It's perfectly legal. It's actually promoted. There's billions of dollars put behind it.
Yep.
It's supported.
Only in our culture.
You know what I'm saying? So there's nobody stopping you if you want to show your titties, Janelle Monáe.
They'll put billions behind that. They'll put billions behind that, but then deny the 3 victims of Tulsa reparations and repair.
I don't knock the whole shit. You know what I mean? I got more respect for some of these OnlyFans girls doing what they do than what Janelle Monáe is doing, because Janelle Monáe, you're not even going to receive the lion's share or the spoils of all of this stuff that you're doing. You're being manipulated and controlled, and other people are eating off of what you're doing more than you.
Right.
At least
and how far does it go?
Girls, at least with the OnlyFans girls, they taking their hoism in their own hands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, how far is she going to go? Right now, it's a titty. What's next?
Oh, it's already past. It's already past.
You know,
because remember, at the same time, while she's showing her titties, she's not a woman. Don't forget, she doesn't identify as a woman. She's non-binary. She's pansexual. Just be a hoe.
So she carpet munching and everything.
Nobody got no problem with you being a hoe. Just be a hoe. Don't try to say it's empowerment, though.
I can't.
And leave the kids alone. Make sure there's no kids around. That's all. That's the only thing that we're saying.
They can't do that. Well, they're probably the same people that's okay with it being in schools.
Let me see what our sister Wendy is saying here. We should add that trauma is playing a role in people's actions. Most of these women grow up in an unstable environment or fatherless, which impacts their emotional intelligence. That's true, and they're being exploited. This is the reason why we keep the focus on the puppeteers, not so much the puppets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We always call out the entities that are promoting this stuff, that are putting money behind this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Giving it a platform. You know what I mean? Because again, that's the only reason why there's such a negative stigma associated with Black culture, is because we have outsiders who are utilizing those people who are suffering with the type of trauma that you're talking about. They take those people and make them our representatives.
I suffer from that same trauma. Everything that she listed on there is me. And I ain't doing, I hear what you're saying. these people know better too. And I'm always going to point the finger at the white supremacists because, you know, they tokenize it. And these are people I think that want attention more than they want a bag. Because they really not, you know, they eating a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They're getting on TV. You know, they're going viral and stuff like that. And I think these people want attention more than anything else.
Yeah, that attention is definitely a form of currency.
Yeah. I want to, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is crazy.
I wonder if it's the same thing. Is this what you're talking about?
The non-binary parts?
Huh? Oh, no, I thought you was going here.
No.
I thought you was going here.
No. So this is on the Daily Mail. I got this from the Savoy Show. Shout out to him. Health professionals are now being urged to call vaginas bonus holes to avoid offending trans and non-binary parents. Let me say that one more again, because Janelle Monáe is non-binary, right? So health professionals are now being urged to call vaginas bonus holes to avoid offending trans or non-binary patients. Y'all, when does it stop?
No comment. I have no comment.
And when does it stop? When does it stop? So it says women have condemned a charity after it suggested the vagina could instead be referred to as the bonus hole to avoid upsetting non-binary or trans men. Female rights campaigners today rounded on alternative glossary, branding it both misogynistic and utterly dehumanizing. It is featured on charitable organization Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust on a page for health professionals who are treating patients who have diabetes. Today, the trust insisted it was not suggesting the term should be used by all women, but added it was important to reach trans men and non-binary people. And you guys can read more. That is crazy. A bonus hole.
What's the non-binary term for a penis?
Because see, and y'all gonna probably laugh at this, but a mouth could be considered a bonus hole. I'm just saying. It's crazy the stuff that they are putting out here. Like, this is where we are today, y'all. A bonus hole.
This is where we are.
I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't take anymore.
This is where we are. All right, man. We getting ready to get out of here, but I want to talk about this a little bit. I ain't gonna go too. I don't really know these people like this. These fresh and fit. And I don't really watch them like that. I see some of their stuff when they getting drugged. I see the clips that go viral when they getting drugged. But I really don't know these dudes like this. But the Nick Fuentes dude, we know is a hardcore, pretty much card carrying white supremacist. I'm even gonna put suspected white supremacist. He's pretty much a card carrying white supremacist. Period. And all of these black women sitting around, please tell me what's going on here.
And let me just say, we know for sure two of them. One is Haitian. I think are both Haitian. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's.
Come on, man. I want you to say it. For real.
Yeah, what you got?
You can say it. Yeah. Say it. Come on, man. I want you to say it.
For real. Yeah, what you got?
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
Say it. Is anyone going to hit me if I say it?
No. Let's go. 2 hours. Come on, Nick. What you got?
All right. Nigger.
Now, the one girl right there, the light skinned one on the end with the pink, she kind of looked like she not with it. But she's going along with it, but it kind of looked like her reaction was kind of like, oh, like what's going on here? Like,
I just DM'd you on Twitter another video. Just look at that.
Another one?
Yeah, on Twitter.
You see her face? I don't know.
You can say.
Yo, these types are not to be played with. I don't know where they from. I don't care where they from. These type of bed wenches right here are not to be played with. These are some dangerous individuals. And these type of chicks right here is who I want to put my young dudes up on game with. Young dudes that's like my son age and all of that, y'all early 20s and all of that, because some of them is cute. And so y'all niggas get fucked up in the game because y'all don't know how to see past somebody being cute. Y'all better start having some real conversations with these chicks and checking they goddamn mentality. Y'all better start learning how to throw little shit out there in conversation just to check somebody's mentality before you start getting involved with them. You know what I'm saying? Because these are some dangerous women right here. These are the type of women sit around and call black men bullet bags.
Yep.
And do little shit, helping they little white supremacist zaddies set niggas up and shit like that. Whether it's planting something in your car or something like that. Yeah. You think it's a game if you want to. These type of chicks are not to be played with.
Play silly games, win stupid prizes.
But I know Tariq is going to go in on this topic heavy tonight. And so I'm really kind of looking to get enlightened because, again, I don't know much about these people to give like a full analysis on what's going on here. I just know what I'm seeing in this clip is just look crazy. It just looked crazy.
You see the other video I sent you?
Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. How do I get out of there? Let me see. Okay, so what's this?
I think it's the first one I sent that.
Your sister's in this photo yucking it up with this white supremacist. Oh, okay.
The twerking one.
Sure.
She took it to another level.
Okay. Y'all can see that, right?
Mm-hmm. It should be a video. Huh? It should be a video.
Oh. No, it's not a video. Hold on.
I sent you 3, but.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I don't see the video.
No. Go up.
Hold on.
Or you're in the DM, right? Right there.
Oh, this
That's
right
it.
here?
That's it. Yes. There you go. Look at that. Trash.
Yeah. All I'm saying, my young dudes, y'all be careful out here, man. My young dudes, I just want y'all to be careful out here, man. Don't be game goofy, man. Don't be led around by your lower chakra. You know what I mean? Keep your head in the game. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat before we get out of here, man. Shout out to the family in the chat. A lot of y'all checked in with us this afternoon, man. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. If y'all can see what's under this head rag right now, this your sister's head needs dead. It's real ratchet under here today.
Shit. Magic sticks. That's the non-binary term.
Oh Lord. Mm-mm.
Somebody else said eggplant. A baby injector device.
Oh God. Not the baby injector.
Extra belly button for others. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
What you making for dinner?
Huh?
What you making for dinner?
I'm about to make some. It's just me and Ja here. Ain't nobody here but me and him. Well, I'm about to make some what do you call it? Like Philly cheesesteaks, but
Okay.
with the ground turkey.
All right, that's what's up. I'm making some garlic noodles with some crab meat and shrimp.
Okay. Not mad at that at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That sounds good. All right. Any announcements you want to put out there before we get out of here? Let everybody know what we got coming up.
Yes. This Wednesday we do have, of course, the Black Business Showcase. This Wednesday we will be having Ashe Academy. Ashe Academy, which is a homeschool, Black, or I don't know if it's African centered or FBA centered, but Ashe Academy is a homeschool program. They're based out of Mississippi, so we will have them on the Black Business Showcase this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, next Sunday, we have Dr. Rollins. Dr. Rollins will be talking about the pokey poke, the jab, and other health stuff. So if you guys have, some questions that you want, health-related questions that you want us to ask the good doctor, make sure you tune in. Send us your questions and we'll make sure that we ask him that on air. Of course, download the Master's Table. You see the poster back there at www.themastersrsvp.com. Again, that's www.themastersrsvp.com. And don't forget our first children's book, our newborn baby, 7 The Super Hey Rule, 7's Big Move. And you can get that at www.godcastbooks.com. www.godcastbooks.com.
I know Great Black Shine. She like Queen Latifah or some shit.
Oh.
You.
If y'all seen what's on it, y'all be calling me probably Pookie from New Jack City. It's a hot mess under here.
Man. All right, family. Again, appreciate everybody tapping in with us today, man. We'll see y'all in a couple of days with the Black Business Showcase. I'm probably going to do a lyrical breakdown this week on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what song I'm going to do, but I'm probably going to do something this week. Yeah. So that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. It has been fun chopping it up with y'all today. Always remember, family, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. Peace and Black love.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.